from the studios of Turnstile Records. Join us for another exciting installment of The Escape Pod. In an infinite universe of mindless podcasting, only one will reign supreme. And then there's this one.
The Escape Pod.
Straight off the bat, I just want to ask how Tim's doing from yesterday.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good.
What happened?
Well, we had a whole episode
Destroyed?
Yeah. How was your day?
Average. We recorded last night and it crapped out on us.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, that's the voice of
Hi.
Katie.
Hi.
You there?
Hi. Thanks for having me back. That's horrible about last night, by the way. It's...
You're just Kate?
Well, Katie... I don't know. I
like
just
it.
don't feel anything
I like it.
resonating with me. Like,
I don't think
Katie,
you need
Katie,
any...
that does sound like you.
Does
Katie.
sound like a lot
know,
like you.
Does suit you.
I don't
yeah.
think you need a nickname.
I don't think I need a name like that.
But if you come up with anything at any stage, you can change your name.
I changed my name to Timmy Taco.
Legally.
I'm Jezbot Gonzalez.
Legally? Not legally.
Oh.
Okay.
We're back again. So we paper scissors rocket. Let's just do
let's
it.
just do it.
Straight
Let's see
up,
what
straight
the
up.
feels like.
Yeah. That's what the crowd wants. That's what
Okay.
the crowd.
Is that what you're hearing? Is that?
I think
I can't actually hear the crowd. Can you hear the crowd?
is if the crowd's
You've always got a crowd in your head, though, haven't you?
cheering me on.
Jazzbot,
Jazzbot, Jazzbot.
They could be saying you suck, but he's hearing
I
Jazzbot.
hear Jazzbot or crickets.
Really?
Got that?
Mostly crickets.
That's relaxing, though, is it?
Yeah, you
Can
think about.
You're never lonely if you've got a field of crickets
Makes
in
me
your
think of-
imagination.
Makes me
Yeah.
think of food. Actually,
You've eaten crickets.
I
haven't
have. Yes, Katie was there. I think you were. Did you? Were you eating the crickets that time up at the Murray there?
I think I was actually.
Let's just eat them.
Yeah, I think we roasted them though.
Protein.
Yeah,
That was great.
we were running low on supplies. We'd been there for 4 days.
Did
The next
anyone
step
bring
was-
water?
Yeah, the next step was eating each other.
Yeah.
Scotch. No water though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Or food.
lots of scotch.
So let's
we're gonna rock scissors
Oh yeah,
paper.
let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take that.
So you get
Well,
to choose from the
Okay,
bowl.
I'm
'cause
choosing
the
from the
bowl.
bowl because as we all
Alright.
know.
I would assume it's
we know the rules.
Okay,
On three, you land.
right.
ready?
1, 2,
Three.
scissors.
Rock.
Oh, did you get rock again?
Yeah, I got rock
What the
again.
fucking hell? What did you choose?
I did scissors.
So did I win?
I did paper, so it's a
It's a
stalemate.
conundrum again.
Oh,
That
okay.
means we're all in
All right.
sync.
Yeah, and
Are we going again?
No, that's
no,
a good
that's
thing.
it.
Oh,
It's a good thing.
Excellent.
That means that we're all on each other's
Yeah,
wavelength.
that's right.
Everyone's winning, everyone's losing.
You don't want two rocks.
You
We're
don't-
losing.
You don't want anyone above anyone else in this little
That's right.
group.
You
do
don't want
Unless-
two rocks and a
unless
scissor.
it's Tim.
Unless we're coming
Tim's
in
the
with
boss.
big, unless all of us are coming in with rocks, and then we've all got one up on each other.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jezzy from the block.
A block. You
Don't
are a
know
block.
that one?
You don't know that one?
That's a J-Lo song.
I know J-Lo. It's
Okay.
okay. I'm female and I'm in my 30s. I know J-Lo.
Do you know who
J-Lo is?
I was
No?
gonna totally burn the next segment.
No,
but I
don't do
won't.
that. Don't do that. So I've just got a couple of little things here just to get us in the old
In the
mode.
mode.
Yeah, get us up to speed. That ironically, if I run faster, if I run faster than the speed limit on the sidewalk or the footpath, as we like to call it, would I get a ticket for speeding?
Well,
I'm going to say no because you're not a vehicle.
I think you'd be Usain
about-
Bolt, and you'd only be doing it for about 9 seconds
Of which, what is it?
for 100 meters. Usain Bolt, he's the
Oh,
fastest
Bolt.
man. He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
fastest man on the planet.
Okay.
Didn't you watch the Olympics?
No, I didn't.
Right, so he's very fast, this guy. So I would say that a police officer that was handing out speeding fines or camera fines would have to be right on the ball. It'd have to be just in that 10-second
Well, they're not actually
window
aiming at
where
the footpath, though, are they? They're aiming
No.
at the road. But
I'm going to say no.
what
I'm going
about
to say no to.
what about if you're on a bike then? How does that
Yes.
work? So
Oh,
can you speed?
You actually are not, if you're over 15, you're not allowed to ride your bicycle on the footpath
Yeah, see?
unless
Oh.
you have an infant in your
Basket.
bicycle basket. I like to keep
or
my
an ET.
or an ET in your basket.
In your
And-
baby bunt.
Front gun baby bunt.
Yeah, I think that's a trademark.
Yeah. So you're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to speed on a bike either.
And you have to wear a helmet.
That's the law.
Always
Shimmy.
wear a helmet, kids.
That's the law.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Escape Pods. This is how it pretty much goes every time.
Do you, when you're driving in your cars, does counting the headlights on the highway actually mean anything? Do you do little things like that? Do you do that?
It's Tiny Dancer.
Tiny Dancer. What's Tiny Dancer?
You know, hold me closer.
Tony Danza.
Tiny
Count-
Dancer.
Yeah. Count.
Angela! Mona!
That's
I'm
a
the
line.
boss.
It's a line.
Who's the
in
boss?
it.
I'm the boss.
Who?
Tony Dancer.
This guy.
This guy.
Angela.
Angela.
Mona!
Sorry.
And this is how it goes on the podcast.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been waiting to
Wait a
read
minute,
that
wait a
Tony
minute.
Dancer for a
Wait.
while.
Wait a minute.
What?
What's the counting? I don't get that. I didn't get that whole
It's a
thing.
So
line in
he's-
Tiny Dancer. Count the headlights on the highway.
Oh, right. I thought it was more referring to somebody that, like when you leave the room, the 1, 2, 3, 4, clicking the lights. So it's
OCD.
like an OCD
OCD.
thing. So that somebody's can't.
What did you
maybe
just call
as
me?
OCD?
I think he's called me a can't. Anyway,
They are-
kids.
They
Sorry.
they can't help
What the fuck did you
counting
just call
things.
me? Oh.
They can't help counting things. So maybe as a child traveling in the car with their parents, looking out the window, they see poles, they start counting the poles, and then
Yeah.
for the rest of their life, they can't not count poles. Do you get that?
Because they had
Yeah.
a traumatic experience in
Not
the
so
car.
much traumatic.
With
It's
it.
just like a little.
from
It's like
boredom.
a tick.
It's from boredom on long car like
Yeah.
before iPads and iWads and stuff. You needed to amuse yourself.
Did
on a
you
long-
play Animal, Vegetable, Mineral when you were kids in the car, or was that just me with a scientist dad?
Well, Katie, that's
It's
unbelievable. We're just
interesting.
going to have
Well,
it.
yeah,
we're
we
gonna
will,
have it-
we will.
we're gonna
We'll
have
get that,
a
yep.
sidebar.
Yeah.
Because one of our
that
one of our biggest fans, Meza,
Yeah.
bought us something from a reject shop or from a op shop.
Really?
It's a game,
Yeah.
and it's called Animal Yes or No.
Yes
And
or
it's
no?
Animal,
Oh, it's like you've got to
mineral.
get it within 20 questions
You
or
do,
something.
you do.
I love that game.
It's $3,
Yeah.
but we played it at family dinner the other night.
How'd it
and,
go?
Well, it didn't go so well.
Oh, really?
So the game's called Yes No.
Okay.
Yes
believe
or no, or just yes no.
Yes
Yes, no.
slash no.
Yes no.
Can't believe you brought it up.
Oh, I can't.
It's animal, vegetable, mineral.
Yeah.
And you got it. It's 20 questions.
Can you ask me one? Because
Well,
I love
well,
that.
yeah,
yeah,
do
yeah,
it
let's just
randomly.
do it
Just
very
a
quickly.
random,
I've got-
just one, and
look,
then we'll get back to
yeah,
Give me
and
a
then we'll
little
get
pile
back
here.
get back to where we're going.
Because you
Yeah.
you're quite good at this game.
me.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was a scientist, and I was
Oh,
a
well
why
then.
kid. Like, why is the plant green? Well, because of photosynthesis. And
Yeah, man.
Not because
Yeah.
of algae, which is the one I was just looking at.
oh, really?
Yeah. It's bizarre.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will give you.
Now the rules to this particular game are a bit
It's
bit
weird.
sketchy.
I know why it's at in the op shop for $3. Let's just say that. So arm yourself with
Okay.
that.
So don't get too excited. You're saying.
No, don't get too smart.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But be smart enough to
Dumb
work
yourself.
out how cryptically
Oh, it's-
smart you need to be.
Just.
Exact-
Okay. So yeah.
I'll give you an example.
Hit me.
It's a mineral. So you've got. Let's just go 5 quick questions.
To work out what kind of mineral it
5,
is.
10, whatever you want.
Am
Just
I-
very quickly.
Am I conductive?
Yes.
Am I?
Likeable.
Am
Am I
You're the crowd
No,
favorite.
am I quite expensive?
Can be, not all the time though.
Right. But I'm conducting. Am I moldable?
Moldable, so like you can change the shape
Yeah,
of this
yeah.
thing. It does
Ways-
change. It does
yeah.
change shape.
Do you know the answer?
He
I don't
doesn't
know the answer.
Oh,
I
do
was
you
you're
want
guessing
to?
as
Do you want to
well.
have a
No,
guess?
You have a
no,
guess as
I
well.
was gonna give you a drum roll when you give the answer.
Oh, great.
It's mineral, is it?
Okay, one
One
more,
more.
one more, and
I've
then
got
just
one more.
have it.
I'm really out of practice at this.
Emma Rock.
Am I? Do I have to guess this now?
Let's have a guess. Yeah, go on.
I am iron.
Incorrect.
Oh, what am I?
A fishing rod.
Oh,
There you go. That's what it says. That's what it says.
you're right. I went too scientific.
You were too
Is that a
scientific.
mineral though?
So how about this?
It bends.
How could you be Justin
How about
Timberlake
this?
though?
Okay.
Why is the answers A, Justin Timberlake, B, Cherry, or C, fishing
Well, no,
rod?
you've
Timberlake
you've
is an animal.
You've got
He's
animal.
an animal.
You've got animal on the first line. Vegetable on the second.
wish
So, if I was to ask you, what kind of vegetable am I?
Mm.
What would you ask, Jeremy?
What-
What kind of vegetable am I?
What kind of vegetable are you? Well, I would. Are you a carrot?
You are not right, but let's see how wrong you are. Off you go, little fella. Take your dog.
Sorry, I am a puppet.
What? Oh, because you're made out of cotton synthetic.
Wow.
Oh, okay, you're
Come on.
reaching here.
I mean, like, the other vegetable on this was a guitar.
Because you're made out of wood.
So, how can animal on this
Don't
on
get too
this?
smart. Like I said to you,
This is
don't get too
$3
smart.
worth of fun. Because I am not
said
having
he's
fun.
$3 with it.
So
I'm not having fun.
the short story is you used to play that game with your
Yeah, but-
sciencey type dad
But
in
we
the car.
used to play things like what bitumen is made up of because we're driving. You
What
know,
did you just call me?
a bitumen.
Bitchy man.
You know, like what's that? Like trees and power poles and planes in the sky, not just
It's crazy, isn't it?
Timberlake.
Yeah. What about how can bubbles be a vegetable?
Yeah, riddle me that.
Enough of that.
Or don't.
Let's get back to where
Let's
we were
go back.
going.
Where was Tim going?
So I was
before
just
I
going
interrupted?
to just throw in another one. I'll just throw in another
I'm
one
showing
here.
ice down the microphone. Sorry.
Questions.
Are doctors offended when we joke about bad handwriting? Do you think they're sensitive about that? Do you sit there in the doctor's office?
Well,
Oh,
Katie, you're up in that
I
world.
think it's actually getting better now because they're not handwriting as much. You know, years ago you do your thesis
More
and things like
typey
that,
typey.
True
and
that.
you'd be scribbling it all out.
I
They're all
was-
now. My doctor doesn't actually handwrite anything anymore. Not even a script. She
What about?
types it all.
Do you think that perhaps your doctor is sitting there? You can't see the screen at the time. No, I didn't. I suspect you can't see the screen.
No.
I think the doctor is looking at
Something
Google.
else.
Google.
She's Google.
She's Googling
she's
it.
on MD.
I think you've got leprosy.
Or,
MD.com.
or she's looking at adorable puppies falling downstairs.
Yeah.
That's where I usually
If
go.
I
I've never
was-
been so unhappy, and I've got this real pain in my. Yeah, that's great. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
You know,
kittens?
if I was a doctor, I'd be sitting there pretending to type notes, and I'd be watching Netflix in between
I would be
patients.
prescribing myself things.
That's
Yep, watch some of that.
That's actually more fun than Netflix.
If you were a DJ, what would you be doing behind the console?
Probably watching Netflix or doing
You
some kind of
always
thing.
and that thing where you hold your hand to one side.
Yeah,
of
I'm
your
trying to hear
earphone
Netflix better.
and you dance a bit. Are you like dancing to the intros?
No,
of all the
usually that's because I've got a little bit of water in my ear from when I had a shower earlier. I'm trying to.
I
shake
thought it was a
off.
callback from the other episode where you've got a prickly butt.
I told you not to bring that up again. So, do doctors have their own doctors?
Yes,
What do they do?
they're doctors.
They're
That's
love-
like saying, do car mechanics have their own?
Mechanics? No way.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
There's a
Um,
fucking rip.
Wait, better example.
Okay,
go,
wait.
Katie.
That's
Go,
like-
go, go.
Okay, no, I can't think of it. That's a conundrum.
No,
isn't
they
it?
have doctors.
They're the
Love
only-
doctors.
If you're a GP,
Love doctors,
if you're
yeah.
a GP and you're
Well,
like,
well, you still need a cardiologist sometimes.
oh, I'll just prescribe myself.
You
I
do.
know what this is.
You just prescribe yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
surely that's a conflict of interest. You can't prescribe
Depends if
yourself stuff
It's
as a.
a drug
is
that's
everyone-
on the whatever it
But
is.
you, as a
Registry.
doctor,
Where
can
you
you do that?
prescribe it to yourself,
Yeah.
then you get a kickback for prescribing it.
Then you get
what I'm saying?
investigated by Medicare for why you're
Then
prescribing
you
things
skip
too
the
much.
country and become a rogue doctor, a
Yeah.
voodoo doctor.
In the
Which
Maldives.
I love it.
In the Maldives.
It'd make a great movie.
Yeah.
And then
Have they done that?
A 13-part TV series, maybe.
don't tell me what kind of science your dad Did Dad did it? He didn't do anything to do with zero gravity, did he?
He did physics.
Physics? Oh,
Don't do what Daddy did.
Don't do what Daddy did to make
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do what Daddy did?
Because I'm dyslexic.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
It's all D words if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because I'm dyslexic.
Dyslexic.
Can never spell that.
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic.
Yeah.
How does blood work in zero gravity? It still gets pumped around though.
I was
Yep,
reading
heart.
this book. about
You're
astronauts.
dyslexic, though. Is it all backwards? or
No. So it's
stuff?
about astronauts in space, and it was a bit like the Armageddon movie where they could only get 2 people out of the 5.
Armageddon.
Is that how you read it? Armageddon?
Because
Go on,
it's
you-
not called
sorry,
that.
continue.
It was like the
Yeah.
Armageddon movie, and not everyone can make it to the ground, and 2 people had to stay, and then there
Who's
was
sacrificing
there
who?
was tears.
What kind of relationships do we have with
Yeah.
the hardworking still guy from the smart science guy?
Okay.
I'm right. No. Too much.
Anyway, in the book, there were tears, and the tears floated in front of the astronauts, and they didn't know whose tears they were tearing against. It was so
And then a floating poop came across.
And
Sorry,
that
that was
70-year-old.
that's a callback.
That is a callback. 70-year-old poop mystery.
Yes. Has that episode aired yet? Probably hasn't.
Oh, really?
Great. Yeah, probably not. I think that's in our archives, in our annals, so to
The
speak,
annals of.
of time. So the other thing is, once upon a time,
Yes.
our older brother,
Mm-hmm.
one of their mates,
I know
is
him.
one of
Yep.
those
Yep.
narcoleptic dudes. The dudes that
All checks
Fall
out.
asleep.
Thank God it wasn't anything else crass.
It's all checks out so far.
Okay, so checks out. He fell asleep next to one of those radiator heaters. His leg was touching it, so he was like, he's out.
Mm.
Then everybody's come in the room and sort of going, man, it smells like
bacon.
smells like roast pork in here, man. And he had serious
I'm sorry
cooking
I laughed.
going on.
I know the dude, and there's another
You
story.
laughed as well.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Because
Jez.
I know another story, but we won't name names.
So-
and it's someone else's story.
Well, it is.
Is
so,
it someone
so
else
if you
who
don't name
comes
names, you can
on this
pass it off.
podcast?
No.
Okay, is it someone else who listens to this podcast?
No,
no
no
Well,
one
we're
does.
fine then. Take it. Take
The
it as
answer is
yours.
puppet. Yeah. So he fell asleep. His leg cooked.
Yes.
So then I had this crazy kooky thought, right? You heard about we ended up having to eat each other
Alive.
Alive.
Movie,
yeah,
yeah,
alive.
Yeah.
So they essentially cut a bit of meat off, cooked it. Let's
Yep.
just say they cooked it. They didn't. They just ate it because it was.
There's
cold.
no fire.
Nice. There was no fire. But
What are
they
you
cooked it.
talking about?
Are
We
He's
ended up
getting there.
having to eat each other. Cannibalism, right?
What?
Let's just say we're on a desert island. It comes down to we're going to have to eat each other, right?
Yep.
I
I'm in
fall
so
asleep-
far. I am.
I fall
in.
asleep and my leg cooks on the radiator. I'm not
Ah.
dead, but the meat
Is cooked.
is obviously dead because it's cooked.
Is this
Still
like
attached to my leg.
Is this a waste,
Is it-
not want, not kind of
I
thing?
think it might be. I think we might need to.
Can you eat?
No.
you don't want to eat a person. I
No,
get
it's
it. I get
actually
that.
illegal.
Yes, we get that.
Human
But we're
flesh.
gonna. This is it, right? We didn't want to kill each other. But we all agreed that when one of us dies of natural starvation causes, that the other two would eat the other one.
Okay, I'm
The
going to put it out
radiator
here.
works.
If we die, you guys can't eat me.
Well, you'll be
You
dead.
can't eat
So-
me.
Eat me, man. Well, we've already talked about it.
No.
If you die, we are going to eat you.
No,
so
I'm not comfortable with
don't
this.
die in here
I'm
because we will eat you. Okay? Can you eat
Oh.
cooked?
Cooked
Let's just-
flesh
let's
that's
just
it's
say-
still attached to the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Let's
know.
just say it's a
I
pig.
love where you're coming from.
Can you do it?
What are you? So are you doing it like a gyros? Gyros? What's that?
Yeah,
what-
like
you know
a-
when
yeah,
it's
yeah.
you know when it's
Gyro-
over the
gyros
grill and
or-
the
yeah.
gyros and
Gyros.
they're shaving it off with a
I love what you're saying. Yeah.
Abracadabra.
no.
Abracadabra. That's what you say when you're cutting it off.
Dude, it's totally. It's torture and it's horrible to think about. But I've already thought about how we could do it.
How do we get onto
Big
this?
bonfire.
Is what
We
I
had to.
Big
I-
bonfire.
I want to tap out. Where's Dan? I want to tap out of this episode.
Daniels cannot help
Bring,
you.
bring Dan in. He can take over. I'm tapping out.
Can we? All right, you're out. What do you got?
Okay, so there's a big fire, right? And because the guy's already burned himself, but we need to make sure that we don't get any diseases, parasites, and
Oh, yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
so
yeah,
because
yeah,
the
yeah.
meat's going to kill you.
Plenty of butter and plenty of
so
toning.
we we construct some sort of device, the rotisserie system, spit system, and the leg just goes over the fire. They've already burnt leg, but just one leg, so it's going around and around over this fire, and then we just draw the guy back out. We have a nibble. We're talking about cannibalism.
I feel like
here,
if you
people.
did it like a wheel and you had it weighted, so there was some coconuts on one side that
yeah.
weighted it round, that would then spin it on a pivot.
Ah, very good.
And so your leg goes in, so it doesn't burn, but it goes
And you're
around
actually
the
doing the
circle
action with the
my
pen.
back.
With the pen.
Yeah, like that's what MacGyver would do if he was on a desert
Definitely.
island and he wanted to be a cannibal.
I reckon he'd first brush his mullet. I reckon he'd definitely do something with his mullet first.
Love that.
been
Hey,
watching-
did you know that they're making a remake of MacGyver?
Okay.
they really?
I can do
Yes,
that. I
I'm
can do
very
that. I can see
excited.
that. I
He's
can see that.
very good looking.
It's a
Oh, the
different
new
guy.
MacGyver.
Oh, it's a different. I think it might be his grandson. No, it's
But-
not his grandson.
but
Tonight.
but
And MacGyver.
but they've
MacGyver.
kind of modernised the music a bit, so it's not as catchy. You know that. do-do-do-do.
And no doubt, because I
Yeah.
think the whole thing with MacGyver was, I don't use guns, man.
No.
But this time around, he's using guns.
Is he?
Oh, he
He's
would
armed.
have to, wouldn't he? He would have
I
to.
guess so. I think MacGruber cornered that market, didn't he? MacGruber? Anyone?
Gruber?
Nope.
Yeah. You don't know movies?
No.
Great.
How
So
did
what do
he
we
get
do?
on this
What-
podcast?
So I'd like to. I
Do
mean,
what?
that's a really big warm up there, but
we can
Sorry.
we can
put
edit out the
together-
chaff. We can edit out the chaff. Don't worry.
well, edit your voice out.
Everything that I've said.
Ding.
I've got a. Oh yeah. It's oh god.
good
Oh,
So much better, isn't it? I feel refreshed now. It's like
Yeah.
having a shower.
ding. I want to spin the wheel.
Where is it?
It's right
Right
behind
behind
you.
you.
Why do we go through this all the time?
Well, because when I walked in, it wasn't the same as.
It's not the same because it's covered in dead chickens.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything
smell?
about that.
Well, let's just give it a spin. Do you want to give it a
Okay,
spin?
yeah.
Are you giving it?
Well,
give it a
I
good.
always okay. I'll do
All right,
it
no,
again.
I'm going to give it a hoik.
You do it. I always do it when I'm in here.
I'll give
It's
it a
Tim's
hoik.
turn.
I'm just
Tim
gonna.
Toy.
Okay, ready?
Jesus Christ! Oh my god! I thought you said they were dead chickens.
Oh, they were dead chickens. They were.
But they're dead now.
Oh no!
The ones. That,
Oh, that's horrifying.
so that's the
Just want to
new.
streamline it a
That's the
bit.
new spin the wheel.
And afterwards, we get to feast. dead
KFC.
chickens.
Oh
Yeah.
no, McFlippy.
Yeah, McFlippity
Yeah,
C.
mix-
Oh, sidebar, just KFC because you said that name.
Yeah.
The secret recipe's out. Just go online. The secret recipe was white pepper.
It turns out the
Seriously?
secret-
Yep.
yeah, white pepper.
Go on,
You
Tim.
got to get their branded white pepper.
What's the chicken with the? What did we land on?
We landed on
Broken
Peri-peri?
broken
Is that
neck chicken.
maroon.
Maroon chicken.
A banter chicken.
I see what you did there.
yeah,
Not very
species of chicken. No.
And it is. There's my paper. Corey versus Corey.
Love that show.
You like that show?
Yeah.
Tonight on Corey versus Corey.
Is this your new segment?
I came up with it just now. No, I came up with it earlier. I do have everybody out there familiar with the two lovable child stars of our past that were starred in Goonies and Lost
You're
Boys.
talking about Corey versus Corey,
Oh,
man.
were
It's
they
going to
in
be.
the Lost Boys.
Yes,
I
Corey
didn't see
Haim
that either.
and Corey Feldman.
Now I don't know if you're doing a bit or.
I actually have not seen either movie.
Have you seen The Breakfast Club?
No.
Oh my God! Have you seen Star Wars?
Yes.
Eh,
Was
which one?
Corey? Well, the one with the ship and like the.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh no, but I have done a walkthrough of that house online.
Walk through the Ferris Bueller's
You can do a 3D walkthrough of that house.
Of
You know
Ferris.
the glass one, the big.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the real house.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the actual
and
house.
whatnot. Yeah, you can do that. That's
Mm.
great. So if I'm going to read out,
How does it work?
I'm going to
Tim?
read out quotes from either Corey or Corey.
Okay.
You're
Corey
gonna tell
Haim
me-
or Corey
You're
Feldman?
going to tell me which of the Coreys it is. People that don't know who Corey Haim and Corey Feldman are.
Stop listening.
No,
to-
don't stop listening.
Ah.
Just while I'm talking, Google it.
Yeah.
Stop the car, pull over. Find out who they are because
Otherwise, it's going to
Otherwise
mean
it's-
nothing.
Which
to
one's dead?
Corey Haim.
Great. Okay.
Corey Haim is.
Which one's got the brown hair?
That's Corey Feldman,
Okay.
I would believe.
I'm going to post a picture just so for people like me,
Put a note down on that.
they can know. Or I actually did.
Oh, you do?
Haim equals dead.
Excellent.
On
I'm
my
sure
notes.
that sums up his whole
Jesus
life.
Christ.
Haim equals dead.
So sorry to all
Maybe that's the first one.
Equals
Okay, so which Corey
Mm-hmm.
said the following? We're going to come up with a little catch there. Which Corey said this story? Or something
Oh,
that
that's
runs like
good.
Yeah, that
We
sounds
can-
pretty good.
Well, let's workshop that. I make myself pizza if it comes down to that drastic measurement. Corey Haim or Corey Feldman?
Wow, because he's been so rich
I'm
his
going
whole
to say
life or whatever.
Were they both-
Is it Feldman?
Felchman?
What's his name? Feldman.
Feldman.
Fieldman.
Feldman.
I'm going to say him because he was less hopeless out of the two, wasn't
I'm
he?
going to say the other one.
So who do I?
Just ding it.
Well, 'cause
You are not right,
You're
but
right.
let's see
you're
how
wrong.
wrong you are. Off you go, little fella. Take your dog.
I
Corey
still
Haim.
don't know who
So
the
it's
hell
Haim.
is who.
Corey Haim
He's the dead one.
equals dead.
Okay.
Remember how I did it? Ham is dead pig, so Ham.
Oh Jesus, that's
You
right.
are
But
you
my
are
hair-
what,
ripe.
you are what you wear. I wear something different every day.
That's got Feldman written all over it.
I was going to go the other way. Because when I saw
Ham
that
equals
video of them, the dead one looked like he had better style.
Mm.
You're correct.
Yes.
It's Corey
Boom.
Haim.
I'll take a fist
Yep.
bump on that.
The stylish dead guy. I don't want to be lumped into any categories.
Well, I've seen Feldman's
I'm going to go. I want to
2013
Music video.
music video,
Yeah.
and it looks like he doesn't want to be put into any
So we're
categories
gonna-
because
It does,
none of
doesn't
it makes any sense whatsoever.
So
You can't put it in
we're
a
going to
category.
agree
I
on
think
this
we're
one.
agreeing.
We're
Feldman?
agreeing on this
Yeah.
one. Yay!
Yeah.
Correct for both of you. People do not realize this, but my drug addiction was actually a short span of time. It was only for 10 years. It was
And
actually 2 years.
So
I
he
acknowledge.
he died at 26.
2 years. It
Was
was
he in
only
the
for 2
26,
years.
27 club?
37.
No,
Oh,
he
he
was
was-
37.
I know,
yeah.
so he was lame. But
Well, if I know Corey, that's got Corey
It's
written
got
all
Corey
over,
written
all over it.
What kind of Corey is that?
Is that a gag from one of their movies?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's just
It's just
That's a
versus-
Corey.
I'm
That's Corey
going
versus
with
Corey.
a live Corey Feldman.
a live
Corey
Corey.
Feldman, yeah.
Yep, that's.
I'm
what
going a
with.
live Corey.
Yeah.
Far out. I
Correct.
suppose he's had way more time to Twitter and stuff.
Well,
like, put
not-
more dumb shit up
these are
there.
just quotes throughout history.
But he said it in past tense.
History's mysteries.
So I,
History's. Sorry, Katie.
But
yeah.
1 led to 2, 2 led to 4, 4 led to 8.
Are we going
until
in his drug intake? for
Until
this
at the end of the
Sounds like a lot
until
like
at the
that.
end, it was about 85 a day. The doctors could not believe I was taking that much.
Still not.
And that was just the Valium. I'm not talking about the other pills I went through.
Hello, Heath Ledger.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Hello.
Man, if you're doing 85
I'm
of anything like push-ups, donuts,
Yeah.
ciggies,
Yeah. You're going down.
podcasts, it's not healthy.
can't sustain it.
85 glasses of water,
yeah, you're still
not good for
healthy.
you.
I'm going to say
Plus all the other
that
lettuce and healthy stuff I was
mean,
eating.
the logical person in me wants to say Ham Corey because he's dead.
Corey equals ham
But
equals
I
dead.
feel like it is
Equals
Feldman
85
or-
pills.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he survived it and that's why he's bragging about it.
He is talking about it.
He's bragging about
There's
it.
someone talking about it. He didn't say, and then I died. But then after that,
Then my habit kind of decreased after I was dead. No, I think it's a live Corey. I think he's
you
bragging
think
about
it's a
the
Feldman?
fact.
Think it's a Feldman?
I think I agree also. I think he's an alive Feldman who is trying to get himself out of rehab or something like that. So like this,
You are not right, but let's see
Dead.
how wrong you are. Off you go, little fella. Take your dog.
2 weeks later, he was dead.
Oh shit! God rest his soul.
God bless him. God bless him. I met my wife by breaking 2 of my rules. Never date a girl seriously that you met at a nightclub,
and
never-
never marry a wife.
And never date a fan.
Oh.
So he's just going, oh, yeah, she's running to me.
It's got double Corey.
Was he in
written.
his
It
30s?
could
Like,
be
was
any-
he washed up by this stage?
They are pretty much washed up. If you
After 15.
They were washed.
Yeah.
they washed it. They
Yeah.
washed up.
Oh,
They washed
okay.
up after about 12 to 15, yeah.
Okay.
So just hit me with a.
I'll tell you what I would like to say, just in defense of these people.
These young cats.
Maybe some advice for parents. Don't let your kids become child actors.
But what about that?
those dollar
Those dollar bills, y'all.
You mean that Gary
'Cause
Coleman
the,
money?
There's.
Do you think
what's-
it takes a special kind of parent?
it does?
Yeah.
But don't the parents get a percentage of a child's?
I'm pretty sure they're in
Wasn't there something about Drew Barrymore or?
A lot
Gary
of them,
Coleman, like I said, he sued
lot-
his parents.
A lot of them
so-
divorce.
Mm.
The youngest daughter on Modern Family has
Oh, really?
divorced her parents.
Emancipated.
Doesn't that mean you're starving?
No, that's emaciated. I think that's skinny. Wait
I
a
was
minute.
like,
We're
wait.
gonna,
Always
wait, I
get
want to
those
fact
too.
check all those. I
always
don't want to
get
put that out there.
I was sure that's supposed. I always get those mixed up.
That needs to be
That is it. Corey versus Corey.
excellent.
That was a great segment.
I can't wait for next
I
week's
can't wait for
edition.
next week.
I'm quite happy if there's any other stars out there that have share
Mm.
similar names. We could do a similar thing, like a
Brian
like
versus Brian.
Brian versus Brian.
Who's Brian?
What is it?
Brian Brown.
And Brian.
Jake versus the Fat Man, or
Love that you just snorted then into your microphone.
It's got to be
Uh,
Liam versus
this is Liam.
Liam. Liam Gallagher versus
Mm.
Liam Neeson.
no, you can't have Liam Gallagher.
Well, it's
What about,
crazy.
He's
It's
the
gotta be-
best at everything in the whole world.
Oh my god.
I'm
Chris-
not saying
what-
that.
no,
Liam
oh,
Gallagher
oh,
says it.
he says it.
Christopher Walken versus the Texas Walker, something like that.
That is excellent.
You
That's
know
not-
that now.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Texas Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could
I
work
kick
it.
your ass from here across the way.
That's
Christopher
excellent.
Walken.
Christopher Walken.
I do from that video clip.
Oh,
No,
the one where he's dancing, the one where he
fuck.
actually doesn't say anything, so you don't know what he sounds like. Right.
no, that
Right. Okay. Now
No,
let's
I-
go to the next section.
Yeah. Well.
What you were going to tell us a little bit about your dentist?
Well.
update?
Yes. To get
Again with the teeth.
Yeah, again with the teeth. It's to get us into what we wanted to sort of bring up this week. How long should I wait for an appointment? It's booked
So-
in. It's booked in. I do the thing of getting there 5 minutes earlier.
You mean like the situation, like when you're on call, you're on hold, and you've been on hold for so long that you go, should I hang up? Shouldn't I hang up? Should I hang
That's
up?
right.
Shouldn't I hang up?
You're
So you're
next in
doing
line, sir.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just hold on. Just
Alright.
hold on.
So you're back on. You're
Nah.
there. That gets you for another 2.5 minutes before you
Yeah.
get that announcement again that you're.
Yeah, and so
Please
all
hold.
these 2.5 minute increments start to add up to quite substantial time because you need to be there early because if anything, I'm what's the word for it?
Studious.
no,
No?
not studious. Punctual.
Are you
I'm very punctual. I try to be punctual.
You've got good manners.
I have etiquette.
Ah,
All right.
waiting room etiquette.
Waiting room etiquette, Tim and Kate. Yeah,
I am just looking at you like that bastard.
That
I spend
Dog.
How long do you spend at work? I spend 10 hours a day on the other side of that reception desk.
Yeah.
And can I just say, people like you really
It's the people like you
What?
that come
Really?
up in here.
irk
here
me.
early.
Okay, so what happens? So you say, "Oh, I've got in 5 minutes early. I come in to see my dentist."
Yeah, then
Oh.
what happens?
Okay, so what happens behind the scenes that you don't know about?
You guys laugh.
Okay, I'll
and
give
go,
you an example. We've got someone in the chair.
Mm.
We're trying to take a tooth out.
Mm.
They stop breathing. And
That's never
Is that
happens.
happening every day?
that's happened before.
Then the doctor, then the
Um,
dentist takes his hand off
or-
the patient's mouth, and he starts breathing again.
Or there's the kid who comes in on Monday morning, got to have his tooth out, can't get him numb, giving him injection after injection. It's been going on 45 minutes. What did you do on the weekend? Oh, I went to Revolver. Oh, so you coked off your head.
So you're already numb.
So, yeah.
So
And
you're a
then
little bit
everyone
numb.
else is waiting.
Comfortably numb.
There's a person who gets hit in the head with the cricket bat, comes in with a broken jaw.
Yeah.
And we're like, would
Katie,
you mind just waiting just
What
one
you-
second,
what you're gonna need
Mr.
is a
Trappett?
doctor.
Mr. Trappett, please just
We
sit
are
back
a
down.
dentist. Yes, it is in your face.
And do you know what it's like to sit there with a room full of people staring at you every...
Yeah, because
Yeah.
usually I'm that person staring at you. I know
I
exactly what it's
know.
like.
K8T.
Yeah.
Um,
We're doing our best, and we don't intentionally
I-
run behind because it annoys
here's the
us.
thing.
And when you go home
Sister,
to your
sister,
wife
I
at
feel
6
like
People
o'clock,
like you go home to your wife.
at 10 o'clock at night, I'm still sitting at that reception desk. We
I
don't do it
Feel your
intentionally.
pain,
We don't do it
my
like that.
pod friend. The thing is, it's the future. It's not the past. It's the future. And I own a little thing called a telephone.
Right.
And I can receive and send text messages via this. Now, when the dental nurse, when you send your dental nurse out to say, Mr. Trappett, going to be an
Please sit down.
it's going to be an
Please stop.
put your shirt
Being
back
so
on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop being so aggressive.
Yeah.
Could you please? I'm
Stop
going to.
punching the wall. For God's sakes.
Yeah.
Now, when you say to me it's going to be 15 minutes, I go,
Yeah.
all right, sweet. They've
Yeah.
come out at 6, they've said, which is the appointment time. I'm going to be out at 1:15. I'm like, sweet as, bro. I've got my phone here. I'm searching. I'm Facebook. And then it's 6:30
Yeah.
all of a sudden. Now, this is the question. How long do I wait? What's the etiquette? What do I leave at? You said it's 15 at 20
To be
minutes?
honest, if you go home, that's great for us because then we get to go home earlier.
Right. So wait,
But
it's
I
the
know-
waiting
They're
game.
trying to push.
No, we're not
It's the
trying to do
waiting
anything.
room.
We're
It is.
trying to
You have
give...
entered the waiting room.
You guys are so jaded about life. We're trying to do the best job we can when we work in an industry with emergencies. You have emergencies at your work too.
You're not a trauma.
We
ER.
What do
And who stopped breathing at the dentist? That's what I want to get to the bottom of.
many people.
Can that happen?
Yeah.
Shit. Where's your dentist again? Don't answer that.
By the way, we're actually surgeons. We're not dentists. We work.
Oh, well, I only go to a dentist.
Yeah. But
Right.
it's the same. I've worked in GP clinics. I've worked in special. I've worked in ER and radiology. It's all the same. Just wait.
Now, I've seen
It's just
ER.
waiting.
Just
It's just a waiting
wait.
game. It's
Now,
all a waiting game.
We
I've
all
s-
want to go home here. We all want the end result to be the same.
I was going to say I've seen ER, but I don't know. I've never seen this
No, no.
radiology show. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Yeah, I was didn't let it. Go on.
So my point is that you can have bad etiquette as a dentist, and you can have bad etiquette as a patient.
Okay.
It's
But I
that's
didn't
my
leave,
point.
but I did want to.
Well, just leave.
I will next time.
And you're
Jesus.
the one with the toothache that's gonna.
I know.
And then what are you gonna do? You got to go back another day and
Fucking-
wait.
Do self-surgery.
Take a breath. Read a magazine. Just
Can we get
relax.
some? Can we get some new magazines up in here though?
Oh, I have ones every month. I get rid of mine.
I do.
Yeah, absolutely. You're paying
Just-
$160 for a consult. You want to read the latest
say.
Vogue.
I want a hand job after that.
We're not that
I
kind.
like
we're
it.
we're not
Oh,
that.
okay,
We're not
see.
those kind of girls.
I'm not that kind of guy.
Contrary to popular belief. So what you need good manners out there.
I think
Sure do.
So you're saying that
everyone,
you're saying
despite
that
what
patients,
ti-
patients must have manners.
despite what side of the fence you're on, everyone should have good manners, and the world would be a nicer place. Whether you're the checkout chick or in the queue, doesn't matter where you are. The bank teller, the person in line, everyone should
Everyone
have
needs to calm the
good
fuck
etiquette
down
and
have
good-
Yeah.
good manners.
Now, is this going to be come in, Vanessa? Champion among champions.
Can I use some of your scotches over there?
yeah,
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you, my darling. Mate,
Say hello, Vanessa.
Okay, there
we
she
got
goes.
her. We got her on the
We got her on.
podcast.
She's on.
Just play that back to her about 12
So
times.
I was going to
yeah.
do a.
Make it a ringtone.
Like, yeah.
I was going to do a Scooby Doo, and that's why etiquette throughout the ages.
Oh, well, I've got a because you did word me up that we're going to do a little bit of the old
Yeah.
etiquette. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
put together a little bit of a oh shit, do I press this one? This one? I think so.
Good luck, Tim.
Good manners, social graces, etiquette, call it what you will, all are based on consideration for others. Being kind to the other fellow in the little things of life as well as the big things. Enjoy this special evening among your friends. Will you really have a good time? Or will you be a little unsure, a little uncertain about the right thing to do and the right time to do it? Nothing spoils a good time like unease, and they gained confidence and poise thereby. By manners, we do not mean affectation. Good manners are really very simple. They come from knowing and following a set of simple rules which help you enjoy yourself with people and help people enjoy themselves with you. And, of course, the sword swallower in the circus is the only person who may have a knife anywhere near his mouth.
Remember that.
Oh, well, that's good advice.
That is good advice.
That sounded like my grandpa Jack. I'm just going to say.
From the grave.
I wonder. No, I wonder if in his spare time he did voiceovers.
Okay.
We'll get back to that.
What? What? No, both. What was
Yeah.
that, Tim, on the soundboard?
There was it was an
That
etiquette 1950s etiquette.
Do you think
one of those
shit's
kind of-
changed at all?
Well,
Do you think things have changed
well,
etiquette-wise?
somewhat.
I'd like to say, being the only female in the room, thank God.
Shut your mouth, you fucking...
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
Chivalry
hey,
is dead.
Hey.
I have a point here that you shouldn't be crass to ladies.
Oh, really?
Well, you know you can
Since
do that.
since fucking when?
Oh,
Fucking...
Yeah, fill that up.
No, we
that's
love it.
lovely.
So, what were some of the things that women needed to do back in the 18...
diggities.
Diggities.
18s.
Oh,
Well, the
God.
diggities.
You're going to go that far back?
Well, diggities.
Yeah.
Whenever.
18.
Well, I know one thing. It's watch your language. Such exclamations as the Dickens and mercy and good gracious
Yeah.
should never be used.
Mercy
If-
me.
If you're
Should never be
surprised,
used?
should never be used. If you are surprised or astonished, suppress the fact. Such expressions border close on profanity.
Push it down. Push those emotions.
Bottle
down.
everything
Bottle
deep
everything up.
down
It's
inside.
the 1800s. Bottle it up.
I love the Dickens. I'm going to start.
Do you love the Dickens?
I have heard this.
Well,
Um,
I have a Dickens.
So, I know, just block your ears if you don't like the C word. How do people feel about
No. You're only allowed to say "see you next Tuesday."
Okay.
Oh, yes.
How do you feel about
See you next Tuesday.
see you next Tuesday?
Jesus.
Look. So what is the C word on or off the menu?
Badly off. Off.
Why is it
so
off the
far.
fucking menu?
Because if you
Why?
don't have one, you can't say it.
What did you just call me?
I said you.
Dickens.
I said you Dickens. Well,
You
can't say it.
call me.
Okay.
No, but seriously, if you don't have one, you can't say it.
Well, you
How
can't-
often-
You can't say Dickens. You can't say
When-
Dick.
When have you ever heard me say the D
You
word?
just said Dickens.
I quoted it. It's in exclamation marks.
Oh, you read it.
Yeah.
She didn't actually say it. She
it
read
all
it.
checks out too.
She read it
It
out
all
loud. It all checks out.
Mm.
Sayings. Because that kind of that's a throwback to our little etiquette. That's etiquette's sayings.
Mm.
So we had ye oldie sayings back in a few episodes ago.
Mm.
But that is, I can't believe you're not allowed to say mercy.
Mercy.
Because you're while fanning yourself.
Yeah.
If you like, you know, oh mercy me, it's
Yeah.
like, you know.
But what about
She's overdoing it again.
what about good gracious? That's
Good
apparently
gracious.
bordering on a profanity.
That's close
so?
to
Grace.
Good.
good gracious.
I guess
Isn't
it's
that like a religious profanity?
Yeah, maybe it's like good
Sacrilegious?
gracious.
Yeah,
Lord
good gracious.
Almighty.
Okay.
The only
Mercy.
good gracious that come from the graces of God. Wow.
How do you come up with what?
I don't know. I'm trying to do a Southern guy, but
That was great.
I'm thinking of a guy on the Cornfields.
Like a preacher man.
The preacher guy, an evangelist.
Why is he in the cornfields?
Because he's overlooking the cornfields. Mercy. Mercy me. Leave me alone over here. Please.
Wow.
Please leave
Yeah.
me alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
please leave me alone. Okay. Have you got any more on that tippity tip? Because I have
Well-
something from the 1800s.
go
Yeah,
on.
you
Go
go.
on.
You go too.
One writer noted that a glove is an object of luxury, elegance, and refinement.
Oh.
I'll say.
Which was one of the reasons why gloves were frequent fashion accessories worn by both men and women in the 1800s. There we go. But when wearing gloves, there was all sorts of etiquette rules wearers needed to apply.
So is this like etiquette, like we've talked about
It's
before?
glovetiquette.
It's glovetiquette.
Hand-etiquette.
No.
In a
Glovetiquette?
previous
I like
pod,
glovetiquette.
in a
Yeah.
previous
Makes more
pod,
sense.
we were talking about how there were different ways to wear your hat.
Mm.
So apparently, there's now ways to wear your
Well,
gloves,
as in,
Tim.
you should take your hat off when you go inside, when you sit at a table.
But more so, Katie, like if it's leaning to the left, it means you're available. If you hold the hat in front of you, you're married. If you leave it
If you
to
hold the
the
hat
left,
in front of you with a right hand.
Seriously?
yeah, it was all up in there.
Really?
It was all up in there.
One etiquette book demonstrated this, advising women in no uncertain terms to never go out without gloves. Put them on before you leave the house. You should no more be seen pulling your gloves in the street than trying the strings of your bonnet.
Oh.
Nor were women to be buttoning up their gloves after they left the house, as their toilet was supposed to be completed before they opened the door to step outside, little ladies, you pretty little flower, you delicate little thing. Put your gloves on. Put your gloves on, honey. Inside. Where are you going? Don't go out there.
Your gloves
But
aren't on.
no, actually, I'm going to bring that up.
Fix your
though.
toilet.
Currently, like in today's society, it's rude to put on lipstick or lip gloss in front of people. You should actually go to the powder room
Can I?
and reapply your lipstick.
powder.
That's still, but
The
that's still.
powder room.
Yeah, that's
So you
still.
need to leave. Like, don't do it at the table. Can I give you
Yeah.
a little bit of advice from
What?
the 50s?
What?
Popular girls devote themselves to pleasant conversation. No combing of hair or retouching of makeup at the table. If your beauty is a work of art, not nature, then confine your art to the powder room, if for no other reason than to save mere man his illusions. Speaking of upsetting things, it's still a man's world when it comes to giving the order. It's as simple as that.
And don't forget
What?
that. Get back into your place.
So shit has not changed at all.
It's changed a little bit.
Has
Just
it?
a little bit. We don't wear gloves anymore. Not as often.
Michael Jackson wore one, just like Corey did.
I did.
'Cause-
Feldman or Haim?
Well, that's a big.
Equals
that's a-
dead
that's a
or
deep cut.
equals alive.
Well,
Corey
look
versus
that
Corey.
up. Look up.
Next week on
look
Corey
up-
versus Corey.
Look up.
Who wore the glove?
Who wore the glove?
Look up Corey Feldman
Glove.
and Michael Jackson
No, don't look
in
up. Look,
a search.
seriously.
Just do that.
Do it.
Just do yourself a favor.
Should I? I'll come back to
Yeah,
the gloves. Can I?
sure. Yeah, go back to
Sure,
the
yeah.
glover
Sure,
kit.
man. It's your
As a
podcast.
person,
You can do whatever
as
the
a,
fuck you
as a
want.
person was known by his glove wearers were also advised to avoid wearing shabby or ill-fitting gloves.
This glove is like. Just
put the-
he's got his own.
put the gloves on.
He's got his own YouTube page. He's like, everyone knows me by my glove. It's had 700 hits already.
Oh, there's all white gloves over there. Wait, there's white gloves. Oh, no, wait, there's white gloves. Everybody's
And
wearing
you
white
just know
gloves.
they're pulling them out and slapping each other on the face in
Yeah,
some
I
sort of,
challenge
how
you to a
dare
duel."
you, sir?
I challenge you to a duel.
There's a lot of that shit going on.
It was claimed wearing such gloves would ruin a woman's most elegant walking dress or a man's most sophisticated
Well,
frock coat.
Think about weddings when you go to, and there's always a couple of guys in bad fitting suits.
Are you talking about etiquette?
No, well, it's gloverkit has turned into etiquette, but it's more about ill fitting. You know,
Well, what-
when you see someone with an
Get something
How do you,
tailored.
ill-fitting,
okay, ill-fitting, yes, correct. So how would you get around this conundrum of gloves? That if it's black gloves were to be worn at funerals,
yes,
for one of funerals for married people, widows or widowers, they had to wear black gloves. The cost of these gloves were usually paid for by the relatives of the deceased. Could they go out and go, I'm going to get him a big pair of gloves because he's a fucking brick. I
yeah,
don't like him.
you could sabotage
You
one.
can sabotage his glove personality.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
Wow,
wear
there's
some gloves over here. You gave me these extra large.
You know,
You know,
yeah.
you know I've got dainty little
And
hands.
your Honor, the glove
Is
doesn't
this a
fit.
Yeah, the glove
mobster?
doesn't
This
fit.
is
The
a
glove doesn't
mobster funeral.
fit.
It is.
It's a mobster funeral for
Oh,
sure.
Vinny. Oh, he had such great gloves.
I just want to do a shout out for Tim for the voices tonight. We've had Christopher Walken.
Oh, we've had a lot
We've
of
had
guys.
Tony Danza, Angela, and I throw a bit of Al Pacino in there. Ooh, pretty much the same thing. Spaghetti. It's pretty much the same thing.
I love podcasting.
gloves-
This is
gloves
what?
Well, what else are you gonna fucking do, dude?
What are you
What?
doing right now?
Oh, I was actually going to go out for dinner after this with my
Oh,
husband.
shit, we got to wrap this
Where's
up.
that? He's not coming here, is he?
Yeah, my husband.
Not to pick you up.
No.
Oh, good. Gloves were also
Can I get a lift home?
gloves were also worn with her husband in warm weather, and in fact, people were more likely to wear gloves when it was warm than when the weather was
Oh,
cold.
I
That
know why.
perfect
I know
sense.
why.
Sweaty
Can I-
hands.
Sweaty hands.
This was
So you could court a gentleman and not have the embarrassment
If you're
of
a
sweaty
gentleman, you're
hands.
not having no sweaty hands. Ah.
correct. The gentleman took a woman's hand. The perspiration of his bare hand would be very likely to soil her glove.
So he
So-
wore gloves as well.
Double layer.
On one hand, like Michael Jackson.
He only wears the
Ah.
gloves to shield his sweating to protect her gloves.
I know.
Not to protect her.
Genius.
To protect her.
We can't have
her
no
image.
glove washing.
Well, you don't. You know what this is.
Yeah.
And if you're courting someone, you don't want the other man to see that. Obviously, a sweaty hand other man has touched your
Have
glove
you
what?
been
hand.
touching a
Another man's
have you
glove.
been touching another man's
It's a
glove?
sign of weakness.
Yeah, kinda. Or sort of.
It's like on top of glove action.
When you say glove, what exactly do you mean?
Again, it's a sign of weakness, like having that sweat going through that
like
glove.
nervousness,
It's
you
like,
think
oh,
you're
this
not
guy's
composed.
nervous.
Yeah.
He's sweating.
What about this? What about this little comment? In such cases, gentlemen were advised to avoid touching a woman's hand altogether, as dark gloves may soil her white ones.
Well,
That's
that says a lot about the,
providing she remembered to put on her white ones
before leaving the house.
Oh, there you go. She had to before she lived in the house, otherwise she's not
No.
classified as a...
Do you know what? You can have that time. Do you know
Really?
what? I'm putting my hand up right now, and I'm the first guy to say,
Fuck that noise.
yes, I have said that 7 times today. I'm the first guy to say, fuck Twitter, even though
What?
hit us up on
No,
Twitter
no,
one
please
time.
follow us on Twitter.
No, but
Please
like
interact with us.
Instagram. By the way, Ames,
by the Instagram is at Twitter as well.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's like I prefer this time more than that time where you can't even put on a glove. You
That's right.
can't even change
You
your
can't do anything.
glove. You
No.
can't wear a hat.
No,
you
I-
can't walk down the
You
street.
can't get off a train without 20 people walking into you trying to push onto the
Oh,
train.
now you're saying you.
I
do you-
think
do you
we
prefer
now? You're
need.
Do you
talking now,
prefer
you-
Yeah,
Do you
I-
prefer late?
Yeah,
old
I
school?
think that we need to bring back some manners. I
You
think we
couldn't.
need
You couldn't vote back in those days.
Okay, who's paying for dinner tonight?
Matthew.
Okay, so
Love you,
chivalry
babe.
is not dead.
No, but I mean,
Right, but you guys have shared. You have shared.
Experiences,
Shared.
bedrooms.
I was going to say mortgage.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right.
No,
So
but
it's equal.
no,
It's
no.
equal ground.
and I totally agree with. Yeah, it's equal
Back in
ground.
the days,
But I
you-
just think there's a difference between sexism, right,
Yes.
and manners.
So what's this
Explain
sex? What's this sexism thing?
Okay, so sexism is clearly okay. Here's an example from the Good Housewives Guide of May 1955. Where was it? Don't complain if he's late home or even if he stays out all night. Count this as minor compared to what he must have gone through today.
Yeah.
Don't ask him questions about his actions or
No.
question his judgment or
Yeah.
integrity. Remember that he is the master of the house
Yes.
and as such will always exercise his will with fairness and truthfulness. You have no right to question him. Next bullet point, a good wife always knows her place.
And
That
to
is
remove,
sexism.
And to remove those stubborn lipstick stains, try Omo. Homo.
That's sexism. What I'm talking about is being polite. Like, good morning. Have you had a nice
How
day?
are you?
Okay.
Why are you such a bitch?
So,
Hi.
so
Can I'm
where you're at
Mm.
feminism. How do you feel? Chivalry.
Not even chivalry, but I believe
I'm
that
talking,
women,
I'm asking you.
women should be.
How do you feel about? Because I open doors. I take my boots off before I go into a coffee
too?
shop. If I've got muddy boots on and I'm getting the coffee run, I take my boots off, and you should see people flip their fucking shit. I get. It's like I'm a superstar.
Really?
If you take your boots off.
Yeah.
At a
just-
coffee
Footy kit?
shop.
Footy kit?
Footy kit. Footy kit.
But that's
Seriously,
not
dude. I've
chivalry.
never seen anything.
That's not chivalry. That's just good manners. Well done, Bruce and Mary Trappett. No, that's
took me-
Mez Bruce, trademark for DMC.
no, but that's just good manners. Like, say, here's an example. if
but
we got into a
because
lift, no,
I've worked in a canteen.
no, that's not even
I'm
about
not
that.
getting. Not getting footprints up on some tiles.
But if you and I didn't know each other and we got into a lift together and I was holding a tray full of coffees, you would naturally say, which button, which floor would you like me to press?
yeah.
Polite.
Or would you say, got
Which-
milk?
I thought you were going to say, which button would you like me to press?
No, I wasn't being. Oh my god! But you
floor
naturally.
would you, what
Yeah.
But
floor
that's
would you
just
like to
good
go
manners,
on?
whether you're a male or a female.
Really? Going up or going down?
The only way is up.
I hope one of those coffees is for me, if you know what I mean.
Jimmy
I'll
Taco.
take. I'll
Jimmy
take
Taco
two
is
sugars
a trash bag.
and a latte.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're going out for coffee, can I get one? Thank you.
You're getting coffees.
Oh my god.
No, but
Anyway, that was my point. You don't have to be chivalrous and
But I
gentlemanly.
want
Yeah,
to
it
be.
doesn't have to be-
Blah,
it doesn't
blah,
have to be
blah. But you
corny.
just have
Can
to
I-
be polite. Just
Can
be
I say
polite
I
and
open
respectful.
doors for dudes too?
Yes, and that's what I mean. It shouldn't be
I'm being
about
about
a sex
You
thing.
are so gay. You're gay, aren't you? That's a gay move.
Opening door for someone.
No, it's politeness.
For a guy, Jeremy?
Yeah.
For another
It was
man?
a dude. It was a dude.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm
Do you?
applauding
Because
you.
I don't.
I'm applauding you
happening.
because
He says he does those things. We don't see it necessarily.
actually he did help me find a lost dog the
What
other
a
day.
gentleman.
Jeremy
Oh,
did.
what
I
happened?
did the
Call
emergency
to arms.
call. Hi, are you
Fuck yeah.
home?
Which dog was it?
My next door neighbor's
Peaches.
dog, Peaches.
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 So I get a
So
call.
I noticed when
Is that
you're
what you're
walking
doing?
around the
Peaches.
no, when you walk around the streets, it's like you're calling bitches.
Bitches.
So,
Bitches.
Is what I did around the streets the other day.
so it's like,
Sorry.
I don't know what day it was.
It was 6 o'clock at night. I
get
called
this
you.
phone call.
Where
It's
are
Katie.
you?
It's like, Peaches.
Oh my
is-
God, Peaches is dead. Look at the fucking, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was walking the dog and the dog just fucking ran off at me. What am I going to do, Jeremy? Fucking help me. Oh, fuck, I gotta fucking help me. So did you help?
I've lost it.
Well, I'm not going to be home any fucking minute.
I'm actually.
Where do I buy a new dog from and call it Peaches? How am I going to teach a dog that its name is Peaches? What am I going to fucking do?
It's like
Yeah.
you were there, Tim.
It's like that?
It's-
I think I called you halfway through it.
You did, and you were
Said, I
like,
can't talk right now.
"Wow."
I'm looking for a dog. I've got to say a man about a dog.
You said, now about this Instagram thing, I can't talk to you right now. Peaches is gone. Did you just call me a bitches?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, anyway.
So did you help or,
He
what, or
did.
not?
He did help. Jeremy Trafford needs a moment. I actually was crying. You could not replicate that.
Real. Right. So did you help or
So
not?
he helped. That's my point. He came. It wasn't even my dog. It's my next door neighbour's dog. He came. He helped.
How did you lose a dog? Or it's just escaped?
I escaped.
Escaped. That's topical.
Yep.
Great. Good times. Did you find the fucking dog?
Yes.
Oh,
It was
fuck.
inside the whole time.
It was inside the whole time.
Yeah, it was. It was inside.
You are not right, but let's see how wrong you are. Off you go, little fella. Take your dog.
Take the dog.
Yeah.
Did you find your dog? It's inside.
So what happened was
little fella.
I got a phone call from Katie saying, Jez, they've lost their dog. Peaches is gone. You got to go fucking... let's go. So I fucking put my shoes on, put my jacket on,
Yep.
went out, and I'm walking, I'm cutting laps.
You were doing like the
Cutting laps.
east side of our block, and I was doing the west
But
side of our block.
something that wasn't quite right. It was
Wasn't
like,
it?
Was
this
it was
does
it what you were
not-
shouting out? Peaches,
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 Peaches.
Something
Well,
wasn't quite right.
This is the thing,
Peaches.
dude. I walked past down one Crosshaired Road, or what is it?
Crossroads. Yeah.
And Trav, the owner of the dog, was going the other direction, going Peaches, Peaches,
Peaches.
He was going non-stop Peaches.
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
anyway.
You found the dog.
We
Was
found the
inside.
dog was inside.
So riddle me this.
Yeah.
Did you go, fuck, Peaches is gone, give up, go home?
No, I'll tell you
No,
what happened. I'll tell you what happened.
we were
I'll tell you
speaking.
what happened. I
yeah.
came back to Katie's house and their neighbours, where Peaches is
Yeah.
missing from, their neighbours. I went, Katie, Peaches is either, look. Peaches is either under the house,
Yes.
Peaches is probably
next door, or dead.
You
We
actually.
gotta
The
start.
first thing that you said to me on the phone when you were like, "Okay, I'm heading back to your house. We'll head back. We'll meet up there." This is going to go one or two ways, Katie. It's either going to be,
Haim equals death.
ooh,
Haim equals dead.
yeah, pretty much.
Peaches equals dead.
Or she's under the house. And I went, well, you know, Coco used to escape under the house all the time.
Coco. Peaches. Yep.
Escape pod.
Yeah. So then we went back, and Jeremy was like, being a chivalrous, polite gentleman.
Thank you,
I'm in
Katie.
my work
Thank you.
clothes. I'll crawl underneath the house. I'll have a look.
I was up under the house.
Yeah.
Crawling.
So I went, I'll just go inside Maggie and Trav's house. I'll just, because Matt had said, I thought I heard a yelp. Meanwhile, Matt's not helping, was he? He was just.
Well, I was
He
there.
wasn't
I was
even-
pounding the fucking pavement,
Yeah,
man.
he
I was
wasn't
up,
helping.
I was up in that,
Yeah.
grinding the streets.
Yeah.
Peaches.
Peach.
Peaches.
But it does sound like bitches, doesn't it, when you're
Bitches.
yelling
Can
it
I
out?
say that I almost got? Can I
Peaches.
say that I almost got bashed?
For running
you?
out peach.
Yeah.
Peach, 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 peach.
So if you go left,
Don't you know that's my wife's pet name? Have you been coming around here?
it was a bit like that, Tim.
It was
Really?
that the Mastiff, the guy in your street who owns the Mastiff.
Ah,
You only
one
know
that-
people by their dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the dog guy?
Well, I went left from your house to look
Okay.
for Peaches, and then I went up
Peaches.
to the end of the street.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of dudes drinking gin and tonics or 40 ounces. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
whatever
they
they
were doing.
were.
Up in the, up on the porch.
Mm.
And I walked past and I went, "Oh boy, hey fellas, like just lost a puppy, Jack Russell.
Yeah. Tiny puppy
Its
child.
name's Peaches.
Get the fuck off my property. Who the fuck do you think you are coming in here
Oh,
asking me for
no.
fucking peaches? I haven't got any peaches. They're not even in season.
Let's just. Also, these are new neighbours as well.
Yeah.
You
Who
now
are you?
you can't walk
I'm
down
your
that
new-
street.
I'm your neighbour?
Yeah.
You ever come here again?
We live in a quality neighbourhood as well.
Oh man, forget about it.
Like quality.
Every
quality.
second house must have an animal over there, though.
Yeah, we've got the Clayton puppy crew.
Clayton Puppy Crew in the house.
They're cool. They
Kick
need
'em with the
outfits.
puppies.
There's actually this is going on the events page. There's a puppy parade happening in
Oh,
Clayton.
shit.
Soon.
My dog's coming as
Um,
Batman.
My
Your-
dog's better than your dog.
Your puppy daughter might be going as so hang out with your wife a bit.
My dog
Um,
is better than your dog. Your
Frankie
dog is
Frankie
better than-
Doodle might be going as a fairy.
Ugh.
Say that again.
Frankie Doodle Dandy.
Might be going as a
Fairy.
right.
Sweet Frankie Doodle Dandy.
Can we put any of this podcast up?
Yes, no doubt. No doubt.
Tune into voices.
It's been.
Peaches. Peaches. We found her.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
we
you
found
what. That's a ding, Tim. I'll put a ding in whatever we were saying.
I think this should be called the Multiple Personalities of Tim episode.
Ah,
you
it
don't
could be
know.
that,
I
it
haven't
could be that,
started.
yeah.
I haven't even started.
Mm.
Well, let's.
Today on the show, we're going to make pfeffernuss.
Pfeffernuss.
Yeah, we need to fucking concentrate.
Okay.
We're
Well,
not- we're
pfeffernuss.
just-
So
okay.
Instagram page. New
newest
Instagram
edition.
Page. Yeah.
I'll tell you why we're doing it this way, because starting off with the Pfeffernuss.
Yep.
Check us out on this. Let's do this. Let's blah blah blah. It's too much. Let's do it at the end.
End of the show, so
End
that
of the show.
if you're already Pfeffernuss familiar,
And following us on all the
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
podcast.
You know how to get at us, don't you?
no,
How do you get at us?
I was just going to say, I really want to give away a snow globe. I
Right,
really,
let's-
really feel there's a snow globe sitting there
Tim's
with
clearing
someone.
his voice a lot.
here's the thing
Someone's-
about snow globes. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Matty Weepants,
won the first snow globe.
Yeah.
and he's been tweeting at me, and he's like, "Thanks for the deep cuts in the last episode. He really enjoyed it."
Okay.
But he wants his fucking snow globe because he
Right.
won the first competition. He's like, "Where's my snow globe?"
Who's the PA in the group? I'll send him his snow globe.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah,
He wants
I'll-
first
I'll-
class. He
Totally
wants
do it.
first.
Where does he live?
class.
He's not the guy in the
UK.
States, is he?
No,
UK.
UK.
Okay, I'm going to get one of my
UK.
friends in the UK to buy a snow globe.
And then just
And
send it
just
to him
send
for
it.
like
Yeah,
37
Amazon.
cents.
I got him a
Amazon.
gay pride snow globe
Oh, that's quite cute.
from New York.
New York.
No doubt.
From
No
so yeah,
doubt.
anyway,
Have you been to New York?
you really must go.
Go on, Katie. What were you saying?
Yeah, so new Instagram page. I feel like
Oh, thanks for that, man. So this is the Pfeffernuss. Katie has started up a Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook
Well,
at.
Escape Potters. Same as the Twitter link, actually. Twitter is at Escape Potters as well.
Same handle.
This is why you got to have a brain
Um,
in the
make
mix.
it-
Right, she's in it. She's in the mix. So if you at Escape Potters, it's gonna. Well, if you hashtag Escape Potters, it's gonna Instagram it. If you at Escape
Yeah,
Potters,
you
it's gonna
can. I've
Twitter it.
been hashtagging Turnstile Records. I've been hashtagging Escape Pod. First day on Instagram, I made friends with the US version of our show.
I did listen to that. They are very similar.
They are exactly, but with American
we're giving
accents.
them a shout
There's two guys and a girl.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, Jim. Sorry,
Who,
Alice.
who are they?
Sorry, and all the other-
Savage Land.
Savage Land.
Yeah.
Not a bad podcast.
They liked us. We
They liked
them.
us and
We
said
like them.
one of us thingamajiggy, like cool, like that kind
They
of.
did a
that,
peace
that
sign.
thing. What's that mean?
Peace
That's
sign.
the Satan's
Sign. Oh,
devil.
okay.
Devil.
She's
Well,
doing the
that's
devil
savage.
horns with her hand.
But I
Band
just
heavy
want to
metal.
connect. I just want to connect with people all over the world.
Definitely, and
That's
like,
my-
and it's a running thing. The
Yeah.
Instagram, because we talk about so much stuff, and people go, well, I don't want to see
Yeah.
that image. We're now taking notes and
Of
we'll
what we're
post
posting.
relative.
Photos
Like
of
we
what
Corey
we're
Haim.
talking about.
We
Like
might
Corey
even do
Haim.
the old hashtag episode 38, so
Yeah.
that people know what the reference is,
Yep.
just in case you don't know what's going on.
But get on there. Get on there.
But
Everyone's got
why
a
do we
medium.
do that? It's for
The
listeners.
visual element for the
It's for the
listeners.
listeners,
It
man.
is, it is. And then we've got the Turnstile Records Presents Facebook page, which we're always spruiking.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like the same kind of deal.
I
Updates,
still
but with
think
words.
the
Yeah.
easiest way to listen to the podcast though is to go to turnstilerecords.net.
.net.
very
yeah.
very quickly. Just also like the reason why we
/podcast.
we want people to be involved. If you've got an idea for a segment, if there's
Hit us
something
up.
we've said that you want to add to,
Fact check us,
Yeah,
please, for the
fact
love of
check us,
God.
like,
Involved.
get involved, man. Like we will mention your thing. If you got something cool that you want to get out there, if you got
We'll
some
call you up while
What
we're
the fuck is
recording.
that?
That's the
That's-
music.
that's the music.
We've got to go. We've got to go.
shit,
coming
you've
up.
got to
Oh my
go
God.
to dinner, Katie.
I've gotta go to
Can I get
dinner.
a lift again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, there you go.
Let's slap it down.
I'm,
Let's five it.
I'm Timmy Dungo.
I'm Jezbot Gonzalez.
I'm Katie.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Wrap it up. There you go.
Yeah. Thanks for
And-
listening.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
One pod left, and 3 of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod.
What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape puzzle says really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should look out. Goodbye.